Member for Peace River South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member from Port Moody, Coquitlam. Obviously, we're in the first hour, and welcome back to everybody. Of course, this is supposed to be the non-political time. The member from Port Moody, Coquitlam, did give me lots of ammunition to be able to go after him with a political rebuttal to argue most of the things that he put forward. But since this is a non-political time, I tried not to pay attention to a lot of what he was saying since he was taking it to that level. But I think it's important to go to the topic that the member brought up, which is really about economic resilience. To me, economic resilience is really about confidence. It's about certainty. It's about government. It's about all of us in this House instilling in the people and the employers of the people in British Columbia that, I was going to say Dawson Creek, of course, that's the best place, but for the province of BC, best place for them to invest. I think we need to go back to the comment I was saying about employers. This is not about large business, small business per se. It's about people who are taking risk. It's about groups of people who take risk. And they are the ones that are employing the people in British Columbia. But they will only take that risk in a province if they feel confident to come to that province. It's one thing to say the words. It's another thing for governments to show action. And in action means what do we say and what do we do to have an investor and employer choose British Columbia. Now, as the member talked about, we've gone through the last year and a half, almost 2 years of some of the most troubling times economically or even personally that I think many of us have seen in our lifetime. So it is fitting to use the word resilient as the member put forward, because we have seen many employers, many people, many families who have really and truly shown resilience in the last couple of years. But we need to know how we're going to continue. What's the next plan? Over the last 4 years, we haven't really seen an economic plan from this House, from this government, to show that certainty, to show that optimism, to show the employers that this is the right place to be. And we need to do that. We've heard stories from countless employers over the last 2 years, those that have been very resilient and lucky to stay afloat, say that they wish they had had more support and help, but they managed to do what businesses and employers do well, and that's use their entrepreneurial spirit to figure out how to get through this pandemic. Hopefully, and I think everybody in this House will agree, hopefully we're starting to get close to the end of that. But it's not just about resilience, it's about showing the hope that we need for people to come to British Columbia to be able to invest. We can't do that by having some of the highest taxes in Canada. We can't do that by padding a budget mostly on property transfer tax that seems to be helping us lower the deficit. We actually need to be giving confidence to the people and the employers in British Columbia. That certainty, as a former employer myself, that certainty is paramount. And we need to ensure that that's happening with proper legislation, with proper taxation regime, with proper direction from government, that not only are we going to get through this pandemic collectively, but we have a plan to make sure that British Columbia is the best place. We have to remember, Canada is a very easy country to move your company around in. And we've seen that happen. If we want to have the movie industry, the resource sector, the environmental sector, the tech sector, if they want to be here in British Columbia, we need to show that we are the best place. Not by increasing taxes as if companies are the evil part of our province. We need to be doing it to show that we welcome employers. Most people in British Columbia work for somebody who took risk. They work for somebody who's resilient. They put food on the table for their family because of those employers. And we just need to make sure that we have a solid direction to support them, to get through this pandemic, but also have a long-term vision to make sure they choose British Columbia to move to. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.